This is comical. Kristol would have no problem with these tactics if they were actually working.
Kristol is one of the best-known voices of the right, as you probably know. He's a Fox News contributor, editor of the Weekly Standard. He also has a column in the New York Times, and today he tells the John McCain campaign that they basically need to fire themselves if they want McCain to be the next president. McCain, we saw just last hour in Virginia, telling his supporters not to worry what they hear out there and what they see in the polls. Take a listen.
We've got them just where we want them. What America needs in this hour is a fighter, someone who puts all his cards on the table and trusts the judgment of the American people.
Let's bring in Todd Harris. He was John McCain's press secretary during his 2000 presidential campaign. And Kelly Bingle is here, former chief of staff to Senator Blanche Lincoln. Todd, I want you to respond to what Bill Kristol wrote this morning. We'll put it up on the screen. Quote, the McCain campaign, once merely problematic, is now close to being out-and-out dysfunctional. Its combination of strategic incoherence and operational incompetence has become toxic. If the race continues over the next 3 weeks to be a conventional one, McCain is doomed. That's pretty clear. Your response?
Well, you know, I'm not sure that he needs to get rid of his staff. They've gotten him to where he is now, which is within, you know, shouting distance of the White House. But I do think what the campaign did today was really important, and I do think they need to redouble their efforts and refocus on a positive economic message. And so that's why today you saw Senator McCain talking about cutting taxes to allow people to keep more of what they earn, create jobs, and spur economic growth. Talked about letting seniors preserve their retirement savings, not make them cash those savings out when they turn 70 and a half because the market is so bad. And so this new focus of the campaign on the economy, on solutions that will work for America's working families, I think is a critical one. I do agree with Bill that this should have been their focus all along.
Todd, I want to stay with you just for a second because Bill's not the only one speaking out. There are other Republicans out there over the weekend and today saying this campaign seems like it's not going in the right direction. It's a mess. What happened to loyalty?
Well, you know, I think in politics, loyalty gets thrown out the window when people are staring defeat in the face. But I don't think that this has anything to do with loyalty. I think that the people who are raising these voices have John McCain's best interest at heart.
So
and
they're
I
trying
do
to
agree
spur
with
a
them.
change, you think, of message?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I do agree with Bill that the campaign needs to be less about William Ayers, less about, you know, lipstick on a pig, and more about real solutions for America's working families. There's just no way in this political environment that John McCain is going to win without laying out real positive and optimistic solutions to help working class voters get through these tough economic times.
Kelly,
and that's what you saw him doing today.
Yeah, we're going to be hearing from Senator Obama, Kelly, on what he calls his now new economic plan. What's the best advice for him to kind of stay quiet and do what he has been doing and let things ride out for the next 3 weeks?
Well, Barack Obama has been offering economic solutions for a long time now. And Todd's right, this is about the economy. And the fact is, when you're drowning, you don't care who's throwing the rope as long as there's somebody with a plan with the rope. And Barack Obama has had a plan for our economy for a long time. He's talked about no income taxes for retired couples that are making $50,000 or less. He's talked about no income tax increases for people who make less than $250,000. And today he's going to continue with that plan with more solutions for small businesses, with tax breaks for small businesses that create new jobs. He's going to continue offering solutions because it's about the economy, and he's the one that's had a plan and has been offering strategic steps each step of the way for what we need to see this country, which direction we need to go.
Kelly, we heard from McCain last hour, you know, he does have a history, and making the claim that I'm a fighter, you know, it's realistic, it's accurate. A lot can happen in the month of October, and the October leads don't always hold.
Well, you're right, Jane, and that's the Obama campaign is not taking this lead for granted. There's a great story in several newspapers today about the ground game that the Obama campaign has in so many states, my home state of Virginia being one, where they're very focused on voter turnout, and they've got small offices all across the state of Virginia, all across the state of Ohio. They're not taking anything for granted. They're working extremely hard, and that's why we're going to see another strong speech from Senator Obama today with more solutions for our economy.
Kelly Bingle, Todd Harris, thanks to you both.
Thank you, Jane.
Barack Obama wants to give 95% of Americans a tax cut these days, but about a third of Americans don't pay any federal tax at all.